इसके बारे में बात क्यों आज कर रहे हैं, पहले नहीं कर रहे थे? Because the way Indian customs have changed. Like you would know, पहले के टाइम पे, if something happened in the family, the next head of the family, who was the most eldest, they used to take care of the reins, and the family used to follow. Now, as we move towards more nuclear families, families spreading apart, kids going abroad, settling out in another city, what is happening is there's more independence that people seek. That what will I get? What is it that I have to do? So that connection, that bond is reducing, and it's a fact and it's a reality that as India moves forward, this will only increase. So we're saying that while the West has been doing succession planning very normally for the last 40-50 years or so, India में अभी इसकी ज़रूरत आना शुरू हुई है because of the fact that इसके बारे में stigma है, people don't want to talk about it, which is why I'm here, so that I can openly share some knowledge that we have with all of you here on a topic like succession planning. Life is unpredictable, and it's a pressing concern that most of us have been facing without any plan in mind. See, we are the only product of the nature which does not come with the date of expiry, right? And you can't predict it. So that is one of the driving factors of this service. But why particularly will or succession plan in India at this point? Number one, घर में कोई finances की बात ही नहीं करता है. Like if a father is owning a business, अच्छा business कैसा कर रहा है? क्या stake है मेरा? Partner का क्या stake है? What was this year like? Or if someone has invested a lot of money in the markets or gold or debentures for that matter, pension कितनी आ रही है? All these things are not very openly talked about with next generations. So there is a information mismatch. I don't know how many savings accounts, how many DMATs does my father have for that matter. I actually do, but most people don't. So there is very little information in the family, even with the spouse. लोग अपनी wife को भी openly नहीं बताते because it's been the custom that she will understand right now or whatever. And then when a time comes, they're clueless. They have to go on a treasure hunt. And it can also, besides a treasure hunt, can trigger some kind of confusion within family. We're not saying all families are debonded or struggling to stay attached. But when that time comes, right, emotions are on a high. And in that case, the peace, the bonding that the family had can go for a toss. So why take that risk? A will solves for all these problems in a very simple manner. We are trying to normalize that a will is a simple piece of paper जो आप एक tax planning करते हो हर साल के अंत में या investments review करते हो. Your will is a similar thing. You're planning like what's going to happen with my money if I'm not there. Similar to an insurance. If you have an insurance, like I bought my insurance at the age of 23 when I got my first job, thinking that मुझे कुछ हो गया तो मेरी family को, मेरे spouse को आगे जाके support मिले. So if I'm thinking of contingency at such a young age, and I'm sure a lot of you bought insurances at young ages, why are we associating will to a very different connotation? It's the same connotation. It's on contingency, right? So Wilgini, our company, helps in affordable solutions for Indians in succession planning. There are a lot of myths people have. यार मेरे पास इतना पैसा है, पैसे बनाऊंगा तब जाके will लिखता हूँ. Now there's something that we all know that अगर मेरा घर 50 करोड़ का है तो मेरे फैमिली के लिए वो 50 करोड़ बहुत मायने रखते हैं. Similarly, if my house is somewhere in the remote part of India, उस घर की वैल्यू 20 लाख रुपए है, तो मेरी फैमिली को उस घर की कीमत बहुत ज़्यादा है, because for my family that is the most valuable asset. Similarly, all of us, the real estate that we own might probably be the most valuable asset in our family, likely. Otherwise also the net worth of the family is not relative कि मुझे succession plan बनाना चाहिए कि नहीं. For them, for their peace, for no legal hassles in the future, it's important. So we are saying that don't associate that when I make X number of money or when I turn X age, उसके बाद में करूँगा. No, it's something that you need to start doing today. It's a plan that you are making for your family's safety and protection even when you're not here. Second myth that people have, यार मैंने nominees ऐड कर रखे अपने सारे assets में, फिर will की मुझे क्या ज़रूरत है? Why do I need a will if I have nomination done? Now the thing with nomination is a way that government has made to ensure assets are transferred to the family. किसी एक जन को दे दिया, they take care of the assets, so they are a custodian. A nominee is a custodian of my assets, and it's their duty to distribute it to my legal heirs. Okay, for example, my nominee is my wife. Okay, now if something happens to me, my wife will get that asset, but वो उसका नहीं होता है. She is not the owner. It is her duty to ensure it goes to all my legal heirs. अब legal heir कौन होते हैं? Legal heir for a Hindu male, for example, I am a Hindu male. My legal heirs are my mother, my wife, and all my kids in equal proportion. So it's my wife's duty to distribute it amongst all my legal heirs in equal proportion. वो नहीं करे, किसी ने कुछ नहीं बोला, तो it's good, well and good, family is cooperating. But if someone raises a question कि यार मुझे मेरा हिस्सा क्यों नहीं मिल रहा है, then it's nominee's point. So nominee as a government उन्होंने बोला है कि okay, बैंक पैसा दे देगा नॉमिनी को, नॉमिनी आगे का काम खत्म करे, या society will give the flat, but it's the job of the nominee to transfer it. So it's two different things, not to be confused. A will still has to be made. We talk about another thing that अगर मुझे कुछ हो गया तो मेरे पार्टनर को सब कुछ मिल जाएगा. Like I just previously said, every family or every individual is governed by their religious laws. Hindus are governed by the Hindu Succession Act. Christians, Parsis are governed by the Indian Succession Act. Muslims are governed by the Sharia law. So in that case, if something happens to an individual without a plan in place, so the religious laws kick in. So the government or the law will decide who will get your money. Like I said, in a Hindu male, wife, mother and all kids get it equally. But if my wish is that no, my kids are all well off, I want my money to go to my wife or my mother, I have to make a plan, right? Because in my absence, things are not in my hand. Another myth that people have, एक बार मैंने will बना दे तो मैं इसे बदल नहीं पाऊंगा. So let me hold off, let me then make it when I have made my mind what my family deserves or what I have in place. But we are saying that will can be written every year, every day for that matter. आप हर रोज भी लिख सकते हो. Ideally speaking, 2-3 साल में review करना is a great thing. That what I write in a will today, I am looking at it after 2 years, 3 years. There are 3 reasons why someone can want to make a change in a will. ठीक है? एक होता है कि there's a major change in my asset. कोई बहुत बड़ी प्रॉपर्टी बाई सेल हो गई, और there are some changes in my family structure, some birth, some death, some marriage, some divorce, right? Third is some relationship has changed. So if किसी के साथ relationship सार हो गया, खराब हो गया, or with someone my relationship has improved, in that case I'll change my will. So we are saying every 2-3 years, just like you review your other financial documents, have a look at it. It's not a big deal, it's just a piece of paper. Registration of a will is compulsory and a complex process. First of all, registration is not mandatory. लोगों को लगता है कि मुझे कोर्ट जाना पड़ेगा, I have to do a lot of rounds with lawyers. No, आप घर बैठे बैठे अपनी will लिख सकते हो. With platforms like ours, things have become very easy. Like from the comfort of your home in 15, 20, 30 minutes, will बन जाती है. Registration is a optional process. We recommend आप गवर्नमेंट के पास जाके थप्पा लगाते हो. It's good, it helps your will. But अगर वो नहीं होता है, फिर भी it's valid, it's submissible in all courts of law, including the Supreme Court. Right? So that being said, that should not be a blocker to procrastinate your want to make a will. So we've spoken about will. There is something else that is doing rounds and gaining some popularity in the Indian family, which is a private family trust. You would have heard of the word trust. Tata Trust, Reliance Trust, Birla Trust. So a lot of bigger families in India have been making trusts for a long time. Why should a family like mine or yours, a normal family, which is middle class, upper middle class, affluent, so on and so forth, should opt for a trust? See, the trust is a wonderful tool available to Indians to do a secure succession. It is an entity that I am creating for the safety of my family. It's like creating a private limited company, right? When you create a private limited company, there are board of directors, right? There is someone has a veto right, someone has there's a beneficiary. So in a trust, you are making a company of sorts. You're saying that okay, my trust will be managed by these trustees, and it's for the benefit of my kids, my grandkids, or spouse, or whatever. It's made in such a way that it can't be attacked from outside. Nobody can challenge a trust. Okay, once a trust is made, it's made. You can't go back. Someone can't challenge it. When you make it, you can cancel it, but someone else cannot make you, cancel it or remove it. So we are saying trust is a wonderful tool today, and we are making it affordable and accessible to the common folk. लोगों को पता ही नहीं था कि ट्रस्ट क्यों बनाते हैं, किन लोगों को बनाना चाहिए. For example, we say that these are the set of families or people who should make a trust. HNIs, affluents, yes, of course, because higher the wealth size, it's more important that they make a more secure succession plan. There are businesses. हम कहते हैं कि if you have a business, you should make a trust so that ownership of the business is well managed in your absence. क्योंकि आप rules लिख के गए हो. I've written the rules that every month only this much money can be used, or annually this much money can be invested in XYZ things, and that rule is applicable to everyone who is in the trust. We are seeing families that have a special child. We've made more than 50 such trusts in India where the family had a special child. When I say special child, someone with a neurological disorder who cannot take decisions of their own. Families are always worried कि मेरे जाने के बाद who will take care of the kid, right? In my presence, of course, I am giving all the love and care for the kid. But मेरे जाने के बाद उतना प्यार, उतना देखभाल कोई कर पाएगा कि नहीं? So we are saying make a trust, okay? Because when you make a will for such uses, the money will go to a guardian, right? Who may misuse the funds, not for the benefit of the kids, so on and so forth. But when you make a trust, किसी बच्चे को guardian रहेगा, guardian can influence the minors. Like okay, you can put money here, you can put money there. Matrimonial disputes. We're seeing a lot of talks happening these days that people are worried about their assets in case of matrimonial disputes coming along in their lives in the future. A trust is a tool being used by families today where they put money inside this structure, and that money is not theirs anymore, so they are safeguarding their assets. So in the future, if alimony or fights happen over assets, they are safeguarded. So अगर मैं मेरे पैसे, मेरा whatever properties or mutual funds or anything that I have, I put it inside a trust. It is not mine anymore. It is for the benefit of my kids, my grandkids, my mother, or whatever. So someone from the outside can then not attack on that trust because it's not my money, it's my family's money. So again, being used quite frequently for families in matrimonial disputes. Business owners use it to ring fence their assets. कि creditors पैसे claim ना कर सके. Charity, philanthropy. Muslims in India cannot, make a majority of their distribution via will. So a trust is a wonderful tool for them to plan their succession. NRIs is a very, very new thing that we are serving since the last 2-3 years. We are seeing a lot of outflow of Indians, UK, US, Australia, wherever they are going. Now their parents are in India. Okay. What is happening is parents are living in a house. They have some savings, and they say कि मेरे जाने के बाद my kids should get everything. But the kid sitting out there is worried. How will this inheritance affect my visa status? They're worried, okay, my taxes will get affected in the US, I'm on an H1B visa, or I'm applying for a green card. So I don't want international assets or taxation to affect my status. Similarly, they don't want to come to India again and again कि भाई यहाँ पे inheritance के लिए legal process जाना है, sign करनी है, again to and fro करना है. So in these cases, we suggest the family to make a trust. What happens is the family makes a trust. They put assets in the trust slowly, and the kid there in the US or UK is a trustee. He can manage the trust indirectly and say that I'm not the owner, I'm managing the trust, and when the trust is finished, I will be the beneficiary. But right now the trust is just operating in India and I'm managing the trust. So that way they are safe from their international assets or tax, right? Viljini as a company has been in the space for 10 years. We've been doing this for customers across 480 cities, 32 countries, NRIs, and today we have offices in Bombay, Delhi, Bangalore. Although physical office does not limit us to whom we can serve, but it helps people if they want to walk down to our office. We have 2 offices in Bombay also. So we're a team of lawyers basically who ensure that families get the right guidance. We are trying to make succession planning accessible and affordable to Indians that way. Viljini is tied up with the major financial names that you would know. Like we are the official succession planning partner for an HDFC group, a Tata group, ICICI group, Yes group, IIFL. All these are our channel partners, so their clients get their succession plans made via Viljini. We are their only partner that way. And because of the industry, which is very new in India, we've gotten some love from the media, from the news, media, print, TV, whatever, to cover this topic because families don't know about it. So we're helping drive that also in the country. Yeah, that's about it. That was a quick one from my side. Thank you so much for joining me. Do you have any questions or you want to?
Check. Do we have any questions?
Yes, sir.
Can you tell us what's the difference between HUF and trust?
Sure.
Which is better?
Sure. So HUF is the original way where Indian family businesses, majorly so, could ensure that everyone was an equal partner. So an HUF, Hindu Undivided Family, is governed by the rules set by government. So if I have a family of 5 people, everyone is an equal partner in the HUF by law. I cannot change that. And by default, the head or the eldest member will become the karta, as we know. Everyone else is a co-partner. Now what is happening is, everyone is not okay with equal distribution. And I can't change that. So a family trust is, I would say, like a HUF on steroids, right? Because the government is giving me the leeway to make changes. That okay, this person will be a beneficiary of only this much. This person can withdraw only, let's say, 1 lakh rupees from my trust every month or every year. So I can set up rules in a trust deed which is admissible in court of law and has to be followed. We are saying that it's a much better version of an HUF, and now with more people coming to know about it, like recently in Mint also there was a good coverage that was done by Mr. Neil on the taxation for HUF. A lot of people feel that there are a lot of benefits with HUF taxation, but we are saying the difference is so nominal. I would consider taxation as a neutral thing because the whole plan of the person is to ensure transmission of wealth, no fights in families, things like that. So if taxation or saving 1 lakh rupees in the entire transmission process is the goal, then you're mixing things up. The goal of the family should be that I'm creating a structure which helps the family, because everyone wants independence. मैं बोलूँगा सब लोग equal है, you have to listen to the head of the family. I don't think it works in today's time. They all feel okay, we'll be whatever percentage, but we should all have a veto power on how things work. We should sit and have a consensus. So these ways a trust deed really helps. It gives a lot of flexibility.